Hello, you are watching Rarely Reserved, a Star Wars Shatterpoint bonusode. I am Sin, and I'm here with Omnis. How are you, friend?
I am definitely ready for this bonus episode. I think you came up with a really cool idea, and I'm excited to see how it unfolds. And if I see eye to eye to you with what should be on your character card. Will this be a uniting of our friendship, or this will be the great divide? We will about to find out.
Yes, nothing more personal, I think, in a friendship than creating your friend's Shatterpoint ability card. Truly the IKEA furniture building of friendship.
Next level.
Yes. So, basically, and the plan is to do this for everyone on the War Council as well. Slowly, give me time to draw. I have made a version of myself as I think I would appear in Star Wars. I was trying to be the slightly cartoony version of the Shatterpoint cards in general, but I have I'm Force Lightning and a sniper rifle, tactical knife. And the kind of idea was instead of having like traditional tattoos all over like I have in real life, I would have tattoos that only appear when I use Force Lightning. So that's kind of the visual. And now we get to kind of craft that into abilities. And I suppose we should, I don't know, this might be the first sticking point. Maybe we should, am I a primary character?
I don't think we have to start there. I think I want to start with your abilities, if that's okay with you.
Okay.
All right, so let's start with low-hanging fruit. I think it's covert operations, but it's the active ability off of Iden that is dash. If an enemy is within range 4, then you get a focus action and gain sharpshooter 1. I feel like that leans in perfectly with your like sniper rifle vibe, so I feel like that's the kind of right dash ability for you. But that exists on both a secondary and a primary. Hask has the same ability. So I think that's where we start, if that's cool with you.
No, that makes sense. So that would be okay. So covert. Oops. All right. Noted. I like it. I think it makes sense. Kind of getting in the game, but also referencing my tendency for long range weaponry.
So now there's the discussion of what kind of force lightning ability that we give you, right? That's the one part we like know that you're going to have a force lightning ability, but we're not really doing stance cards, right? So we're not doing like, hey, you have force lightning as an attack. I want it. My gut is that we need to integrate it on the card in some way. And so there's a couple ways that we could do it. Like we could use your reactive and be like, if someone gets within range 3 of you and like ends a movement, you activate force lightning and they take damage. But when you were talking about like the way, I mean, it could also be something where it's either a reactive or an identity where if somebody is engaged with you and then like leaves engagement, you force lightning them and like get some damage. Do you have any thoughts about like when you would force lightning someone?
That is a good point. I think that it would be I think she would primarily want to be she wants to be far from the action, and so um the force lighting is a oh no type deal. So I think it makes more sense of like if you it's a incentive to stay out of direct engagement range with her. It would be a reactive.
Okay, I dig that. So then why don't we do this as your reactive ability? It could be something like if an enemy character ends a dash, jump, climb, like any of the movement symbols within range 3 of you that you hit them with force lightning. The question is do you feel more of a vibe of like it's like auto 2 damage, or do you think it's something where you roll like one of the like 5 dice for each expertise in the roll that they take a damage? You feel like it's a little more chaotic, or is it a little more like consistent? What's your vibe?
Uh, I think, hmm, I think it's super chaotic, and I think it's actually, it might be too many like words for a card, but I feel like it would be very cool where like it would be something where I could pick of like it's like I can roll 5 dice and for every whatever you take a damage, but if I roll any blank, I become disarmed or something.
A little complicated. We could add a layer to it that's like range 3 you roll 5 dice, but if they engage you, you either get an additional like face becomes active for it, or you roll an additional die. Something like that.
Okay, so like if you're in range 3, I roll 5 dice and I have a low percent of getting you, but if you engage, it's like, oh, now you're asking for it a bit.
Yeah, and I think if we start off with expertise, right, then it's not too much. Like that's only 1/4 per die, so it's not crazy. But if you end an engagement, we could up it a notch and do either blanks or fails or crits, depending on how much we want to amp it. Crits and expertise is only 3 out of 8, so it's not like a ton of damage, but it is kind of free damage. So maybe that would be the thing where it's like, hey, if you end within 3, it's 5 dice expertise only, but if you engage, it's 5 dice expertise and crits. So 3 out of 8. And that's like probably not overpowered, but like, I'm probably taking, there's a good chance I take like 2 damage if I engage you. Yeah, I think that's interesting.
Yeah, I like that a lot. What would that be? What would that be called?
I mean, it could be force lightning. We could just call it force lightning, or it could be like you know, get too close, I'm gonna light you up, or something that's like, hey, what about just keep your distance?
Oh, I like that. Keep your distance. Okay, okay, I dig it.
Okay, so we've got 3 other. So now we get into the harder stuff. I feel like we've gone through the easy stuff first. So now we got to come up with a tactic for you. So something start of turn. We've got to come up with your identity ability, which we determined will definitely not be immunity to disarm. Um, and then we have some sort of innate. So thinking about tactic, if you think about like the other characters in the game, has there been any abilities in the game that you um associate with you, or something that you think would that you would kind of start off your turns with, right? Like something that's like as soon as Sin shows up, like is it like a style thing that you like show up and you're like, I fucking look awesome, like what happens? Or like what jumps out at you either from other characters or just your personal vibes?
Ooh, that's tough. I mean, I feel like my love of the droids has to play in somewhere, and maybe this would be the time for
Okay.
a tactic ability specifically.
Okay, so if I think about, I mean, I think of you as like a little bit of like a social vortex. Like you're one of the people that like you show up at the game store, right? There's always somebody that wants to come up and talk to you, right? You're just like somebody at the store is like, oh, I haven't talked to Sin in like a week or so. Like I got to tell him about like what I painted or like this game or something came in that I think is cool for Sin. So, what if it was an ability, and since if we want to connect it with droids, like it could just be allied character, but maybe it's allied droid. But at the start of Sin's turn, an allied droid gets to dash towards her. Or would it be advance or reposition? Would it be further? What do you think about that?
Maybe allied characters can dash, but allied droids can advance.
Yes, yeah. Any allied character may dash towards you. An allied droid may reposition towards you. That I don't know what to call it though.
Ooh, I think that's the hard part, but the fun part. I will think.
Like I'm almost thinking like a "Come to me, my pretties" or like something like that. I know that's not like what we should actually go with, but something like oh, what about like "Come to your queen" since you're the droid queen?
Uh, Behold your queen.
What about "Rally to your queen"?
Ah, I like it. Queen's Call could work too.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so all right, we've got three, so we're making good progress. So we need an innate and an identity. Do you think that these should be like, because you are the droid queen, right? You already kind of named yourself on the card that you are Sin for the droid queen, or Cinna, the droid queen. Um, do you want these to be kind of droid interactive, or would they involve something else? What's on your mind?
I think okay, so for an innate thinking about that, let me see. Um hmm well, like kind of trying to keep this a cohesive character, I guess. So like what we have now is like one is the covert ops, so the dash and focus. One that makes enemy characters stay away, and one that lets allied characters follow. So, kind of building a character who wants to have her posse with her and punish people for coming closer. So, and just shoot at them. So, trying to not just make too much of like a smorgasbord thing that doesn't work as a whole.
All right, I've got an idea. What if we kind of utilize Hunter's identity, but make it like a little bit more droid focused for you, right? So his ability is his allies get to convert hits to some like one hit to something else. So what if it is we like call it like Droid Queen and allies or allied characters get to convert one fail to a hit like while this character is not wounded or maybe that's in there or not in there but then if the ally is a droid they can convert it to a hit or an expertise. So
I like that. That's also feeling like in league with what I imagine I would be doing as a character is like not. I don't think that I would be too selfish of a character. Like I have that just only is moving themselves around, only cares about their own deal, but like is a not a totally a support piece, but a good support piece. So that makes sense.
Okay. And then you got an innate, and honestly, I didn't know what to do for this until you were just talking, and it reminded me that you are an extremely selfless person. And I'm not just trying to like blow smoke up your ass because we're recording. I think anyone who knows you know that you care more about your friends than you do yourself, to your own detriment. And so I was thinking for an innate ability, what if it's whenever an allied droid within range 4 of you would suffer a status effect, you can choose to take 1 damage on yourself and the droid does not get the status effect. Like not something like super crazy, but it emphasizes like your selflessness.
Okay, I like it. Yeah. That's really cool. I like that idea. Okay.
All right. So, okay, this was not as hard. I was to be honest, I was a little worried about like how hard this was going to be in the moment. But we got a nice flow to it. And I feel like I like these abilities. I actually think we kind of created a cool character. Like this would be kind of cool to play. So now we got to kind of do the rest. So secondary or primary is kind of the next question. And my gut is that we've made a primary character. So we could do secondary. I think if it's secondary, you're like a 5-cost secondary that actually has like -1 force for the list because you're so powerful as a secondary. But my gut is that this is just a primary and we should do a primary unless you're strongly opposed to that.
No. Yeah, I could see it. So I could see it, yeah. So primary unit, uh, that makes it easy. Then we just have to determine force and health and stamina.
And how many squad points you get. So, I'm thinking you're a primary. I don't think there's anything special about your like durability that you wouldn't be like a 2 like Maul or something like that. But my gut is that you would have the 10 health like Mother. You're a pretty durable, like, yes, you have a broken arm at the moment, but you constantly put yourself through pain a bit and sacrifice. So I don't want to put you on the lower end of the 9. I want to put you on the 10, but maybe you argue with me if you think you should be a 9, but with your ability to like sacrifice some health, my gut is that you're a 10.
Aw, for 10. Yeah, I think you're right. That does make sense. 10 and 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy going on there. That just kind of tracks for what the character we're building.
All right. So now the challenging part would be like force and your threat level. Or your like squad points. Sorry, like how many squad points you could bring. Cause my my gut is that you're not a 4 force 7 like an Anakin or something like that. That seems like a more selfish character design, and I think you are definitely in a more like I'm here for my people. So like I'm definitely in the like 8-3 or 9-2. Is that kind of what you were thinking?
Yeah, yeah, I'm trying to think between doing 8-3 and 9-2 what makes more sense. I think that since I have apparently deemed myself force sensitive, 8-3 maybe makes more sense. And then I can, otherwise it's like, I don't know. I don't know yeah, I think 8-3.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. Like because obviously you do have force powers, and you're not like a military leader. You're kind of in that happy medium. So I think you as an 8-3 makes sense. That you're kind of in that like Plo Koon vibe area. Yeah. So I think I dig that. Yeah. So that actually completes it, right? Like that's all of the
Yeah, unless we want to do like tags, like then yeah.
No, well, I mean, tags do kind of go on the card. So, but this gets really complicated. Like we trying to make it like act. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and do tags. So I don't know. I didn't think about this part. Do you have any that jump out to you where you're like, I would definitely want this tag?
Separatist.
That makes sense. You are separatist scum, as we've determined. So yes, separatist. Obviously, you are Force user, but you would not be a Jedi or a Sith. You're kind of cult. Are you? Do you think you have Night Sister vibes? Like, does this maybe come from Night Sister training, like Mother Talzin and Morgan? Like, you're part of like a witch coven?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So yes, I think we should give you Night Sister then. I think that would definitely be cool. Do you have mercenary connections? Like are you mercenary or scoundrel? Does something like that fit in?
I forget which characters are specifically mercenary and which ones are specifically scoundrel. Hmm.
So like Han is a scoundrel and not a mercenary, and like a lot of there's a bunch of rebels who are scoundrels but not mercenaries. And then a lot of like the bounty hunters are both mercenaries and scoundrels. Uh,
I feel in more mercenary if we're going to put either on there.
okay. Yeah, I mean I could see you being a mercenary that you like I mean you are willing to be like hired to carry out a job, right? You're a commissioned painter. Like okay, you definitely need like some mercenary in there. You're like I will tackle this job. Like you're like kind of Django. Django Fett is a mercenary and I feel like you're kind of a Django Fett of like assassins that also help droids.
I like it. This is rounded out much nicer than and easier than I thought. I thought there would be. I was like, oh no, this is going to be one of those times where I'm going. No, that was like. I mostly I think your expertise here, but like that all like ow that all like circled itself in quite nicely. Well job.
I guess the one other question would be, does bounty hunter make the list for you? Like, do you like, because I could see you being the kind of person that you get hired to like hunt down like droid racists and shit, right? Because in Star Wars, there's a lot of droid racism where they're like, they're not allowed in certain bars and certain places, like, and there's like a lot of anti-droid sentiment post separatist era. So is there any bounty hunter aspect to you or not?
Uh, I don't think bounty hunter because I do think that she goes out of her way to help droids, but not in a like pay me money and I'll help the droid way. More in a oh no, did you hear sin? There's whispers of sin in this system. We better take down all this anti-droid stuff. She's gonna come and force lightning us.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, all right, then I think we got it kind of wrapped up. Um, I honestly, I think we kind of came up with a cool character here. Like, yeah, we use some abilities that already exist and like some slight variations on abilities, but then we also like made this new like force lightning ability for like, oh, you come after me and I zot you kind of force lightning, which is cool for a sniper rifle character. So I don't know. I I would play you.
Fun. Yeah, I would play this character too. I'll have to see if I can't get a like somewhat generic female model, and at that point I'd have to make a stance card though. But that shouldn't be that hard. But it would be kind of fun to play with my own card.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be that difficult. This could be a down the road thing, right? Like, I think it would like because trees get reused a little bit. There's like one tree that's on Iden is also on Boss, and like there's trees that are clearly meant to be um extensions. I think it would be interesting because we gave you an Iden ability. Like if we started making your tree, I would think maybe give you Aura Singh's assassin tree. Like basically like almost kind of like duplicate that side of the card and then maybe do like not force mastery but like a force lightning side um that kind of maybe like mimics Dooku's force mastery side a little bit. Something in that realm to kind of create your trees would be interesting if we were digging into that.
Yeah, no, this was very fun. This was super fun. I really got a kick out of that. I'm gonna immediately put this all together onto the card and make it look all fancy.
Very cool. Yeah, and so like the viewers at least will like have access to this in gradual steps in the video is the plan. And then I think we're going to do one for me at some point, and then we're going to start going through the war council. And this will be a thing like if you've been a war council for X amount of time, then you get entered into like we're going to start working on these kind of like in order, or like I think we're gonna randomize the first five, but then it'll be like down the road if more people are joining in, we'll kind of do them in order when we hit like you have to have been the war council for X amount of time, whether that's like 3 months, 4 months, or whatever. You hit that window, and then we're gonna go ahead and do one. But yeah, this was cool. As long as you don't like hate doing the art, I think this will be fun.
I agree. I think it's fun. It's a good like little sketch exercise. I have yours almost finished. So whenever we feel like doing another one of these, I guess we'll see what the appetite for them is. I think it's fun. I could do it all the time, but I'm not we're not just playing for an audience of me, so we shall see.
I mean, I think doing podcasting should be fun for the people doing it as well. But like, obviously, this is bonus content, so you all give us feedback on what you think about this. Like, I mean, I think it could easily be like a once a month thing. Like, I'd like to like keep it to at least that is my gut, just so we're like kind of knocking them out and like get them done before we potentially like create too big of a backlog, but also don't give you too much artwork to work on. But we could always also just like fill in with one of these if we like don't have like a great bonus topic on a particular day, or we're like feeling a little special idea locked, then we're like, well, let's get to the next one of these, so it could be a little bit more. But tell if people really like them, we could, and you aren't feeling overwhelmed, we could knock a few of them out for sure.
Yes, please let me know, because I'm excited about the idea, but I don't always know where my crazy brain lands and the good old reality. So, but this was a lot of fun. Thank you, Omnis.
All right, I want to do a quick addendum. I think in your identity, we have to add one more sentence. And I think you have, because they did it to Shin, and we are rarely reserved. So I think you have the ability, this character cannot be put into reserve. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
You definitely want to get in there, do your thing to help. I don't think you would want to be reserved. So I think that's a little side thing in there. But I'm curious, everyone who listened to this, I really want to hear from you guys. What do you think about the episode format? And did we make a good character? Is she overpowered? Is she like, is it cool? Would you want to put Sin on the table? So let us know what you think.
Yes, let me know. I selfishly want to hear about me. More about me.
All right. Well, we can go ahead and close things out here. We know that Sin is rarely reserved, so close us out.
Later, nerds.
Calm signal downloaded.